percentage of COVID patients who test positive a few days after they seemingly have recovered from the virus. The president says that he's feeling fine, he has no symptoms, but he's going to isolate for the safety of everyone around him. His plans to travel to Wilmington tomorrow and Michigan on Tuesday have been scrapped.
The president's doctor, Kevin O'Connor, says this represents what he calls rebound positivity. That is observed in a small percentage of patients treated with Paxlovid. News Time 5:03. Last night's Mega Millions jackpot was indeed mega, to the tune of $1.337 billion. The winning ticket sold in a suburb of Chicago. Here's correspondent Julie Walker.
According to the Mega Millions lottery, that winning ticket was bought in Illinois. The numbers were 13, 36, 45, 57, 67, and the Mega Ball 14. The jackpot was the nation's third largest lottery prize and the second largest Mega Millions prize. It grew so big because no one had matched the numbers since April. In addition to the top prize, 6 tickets were sold that matched the second prize of $2 million each. I'm Julie Walker.
There's word that $1 million ticket was sold in the Bronx. One of the workers at the New Way Deli spoke to our Carol Dioria. He says they sold $1 million winning ticket before. 2017.
Would you say this is a lucky spot?
Yes. Why didn't they hit twice in the same spot? Hopefully the third one will be the jackpot.
Yes, indeed. Wins News Time 5:04. The clock is ticking to replace outgoing New York Chief Judge Janet DeFiore. She announced her plans to resign on July 10th amid an ongoing ethics probe. The panel tasked with choosing candidates has just 120 days to get names to Governor Hochul, so it posted a want ad. Candidates must live in New York and have practiced law for at least a decade. Those are the minimum requirements, but the competition will likely be fierce for the six-figure, highly prestigious job. The governor has said she wants someone thoughtful and well-regarded in the legal community. The application deadline is August 29th. It is International Friendship Day, and what better way to celebrate man's best friend than taking your beloved pooch on a cruise. For the first time ever, Circle Line had a special cruise today in which you could bring your dog. The guests set sail at 11 a.m. for the Statue of Liberty. Philip Whitney is the Senior VP of Sales and Marketing at Circle Line and spoke with 1010 Winds about how the cruise came about.
Lots of dog walkers on Hudson River Park every day. We saw these dog walkers. We thought we would love to get some of these folks to come and try Circle Line. So that's where the idea of a dog cruise was born.
And the North Shore Animal League America also held a mobile adoption event at Pier 83 at the Circle Line this afternoon. The Brooklyn minister who was robbed at gunpoint while delivering a sermon says the time has come for people of the cloth to pack guns. The plea comes after gun-toting thieves stole about $1 million worth of jewelry off of Bishop Lamar Whitehead and as he held services at his Canarsie storefront church last Sunday.
They need to pass a law expeditiously that pastors of houses of worship and anyone under the ecclesiastical staff need to be able to have permits for firearms.
Surveillance camera video shows Whitehead being forced to the floor while robbers made off with his and his wife's jewelry. Whitehead blames the holdup in part on the media for airing stories about his gold chains and Rolls-Royce, claiming it lured the criminals to his church. The suspects in Sunday's robbery still have not been caught. AccuWeather. Beautiful day, beautiful night tonight. Mostly clear, low 70 in the city, low 60s in most of the suburbs, so it'll be comfortable. Tomorrow, early sun fades behind afternoon clouds. Still warm, but not all that humid. Again, high of 85. Cloudy tomorrow night, a couple of showers, low 73. Monday, mostly cloudy, more humid, a shower or two, high of 81. And then Tuesday, times of clouds and sun, hot and humid, with a stray late-day thunderstorm and a high of 90. Since News Time, 5:07. 24 dogs are safe after being rescued from deplorable conditions on Staten Island. Officers from the ASPCA raided a fenced-in lot in Tompkinsville yesterday as part of an animal cruelty investigation. They found 16 adult huskies, 8 puppies. Some were malnourished and abused, and 1 puppy was dead. None had access to clean water. There were buckets filled with maggots, and the dogs were caked in filth. However, investigators say the dogs were friendly and happily greeted the officers. One man was taken into custody. No word yet on whether any charges have been filed. The dogs are getting checked by vets and are in the care of the ASPCA. The deal to bring detained Americans Brittany Griner and Paul Whelan home may have gotten a bit more complicated. There are reports that the Kremlin wants a convicted murderer, Vadim Krasikov, set free from a German jail. He was sentenced to life for killing a former Chechen fighter in Berlin. The U.S. has no authority over prisoners in Germany. However, efforts continue to free Griner and Whelan. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken spoke by phone yesterday with Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov.
Sources tell ABC News that proposal is to swap Griner and Whelan for Russian arms dealer Victor Bout, who is in a U.S. prison. After the call, Blinken didn't provide many details about what the Russians said in response. But Moscow says Lavrov did ask the U.S. to return to, quote, quiet diplomacy after the White House announced an offer was on the table.
Correspondent Christine Sloan. There are safety concerns for House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and a shroud of secrecy about details involving the possibility of a stop on her trip to Asia to visit Taiwan, which is under increasing threat of invasion from China.
Pelosi would fly on a military aircraft, but National Security Council spokesperson John Kirby says this doesn't indicate if she will be going to Taiwan. The speaker ignoring questions about her possible visit while leaving a press conference on Friday. Thank you. While Nancy Pelosi did not confirm a trip to Taiwan, what she said last week was that it was important to show support for Taiwan, and of course, if she does end up going, then that's sending China a clear message.
Correspondent Lama Hassan, China has warned that a visit from Speaker Pelosi to Taiwan would result in, quote, resolute and forceful measures. Now this message. Rayfelson Levine Law provides accident victims hope. For a free consult, visit rllawyers.com today. Here's News Time 5:09, traffic and AccuWeather up next.
If your credit card bills have gotten out of hand, call Consolidated Credit now. If you're making the minimum payments, but your balance is just not going down, call Consolidated Credit now. If the interest rates on your credit cards are so high, it will take years to get out of debt, call Consolidated Credit now. They've helped over 5 million people. They can consolidate your debts into one lower payment, reduce your interest rates, and get you out of debt fast. If you're struggling with credit card debt, call Consolidated Credit now.
Call now, 800-440-5292. That's 800-440-5292. 800-440-5292.
Consolidated Credit Counseling Services Incorporated, 5701 West Sunlight Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 33313. Not a loan company licensed by the New York Department of Financial Services and by the Vermont Department of Financial Regulation. Maryland, DM19. Oregon, DMA 0031. Licensed by Virginia State Corporation. Commission license number DC 32. Established for liberty may adversely affect the individual's credit rating or credit scores. Non-payment of debt may be creditors to increase financial charges or collections activity, including litigation.
This is the feeling you get when you have a dedicated Fidelity Wealth Planner looking at your full financial picture. Someone working with you on a flexible, comprehensive wealth plan based on your goals, helping you balance risk and reward. It's being able to enjoy today because you have a plan for the future. This is the planning effect from Fidelity. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC.
It's been a while since I gave myself a real chance to meet someone new.
Susan and John are two kindred spirits who rediscovered the romance they deserve on Silver Singles, the secure dating site for singles over 50.
John is a massive foodie like me. It's been amazing to experience some of my favorite things again with someone who makes my heart beat faster. I'm so glad I got back out there.
Sign up today at silversingles.com/chat. That's silversingles.com/chat. It's News Time 5:11. That's time for traffic and transit with Russ Meyer.
And I'm looking on our 10-10 Winds jam cam at a couple of crashes in Queens, both on the LIE, both eastbound. They're pretty close to each other. First one is over by 188th Street. That one taking out the left lane. Been out there for a while. Second crash is at Cross Island Parkway. That one also blocking the right lane and backing up traffic as well. Grand Central is a nice easy solution. Unless you're behind the wheel of a truck, it's just busy traffic through that same stretch. Also, looking up through traffic now on the northbound side of the bandwidth. No surprise here. We have a delay from Bell Parkway up towards around Atlantic Avenue, southbound slowdown from Jewel Avenue down towards Liberty Avenue. It's been tough all day on the Whitestone Expressway northbound from Northern Boulevard to the Whitestone Bridge. The Clearview, however, has cleared out. Earlier delays heading up to the Flagstaff Cross Island Parkway still going northbound, coming from Northern Boulevard up to the Florence Bridge as well. The bridges check them out for you. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. Nothing major once you get there. The Frog Neck Whitestone Bridge, RFK Bridge as well. Doing okay. GWB inbound upper level. Avoid it. 2 lanes are closed with a crash. Go with the lower deck instead. I'm Russ Meyer at Export 521 on St. Peter.
Every year, thousands of youth age out of foster care with no permanent family and no safety net. Visit DaveThomasFoundation.org to give children lingering in foster care a brighter future.
So now the AccuWeather 4-day forecast with meteorologist John Ferry.
A pretty nice afternoon out there with breeze, low humidity. Temperatures generally topping out this afternoon in the mid and upper 80s. Few spots touch 90. But again, didn't feel too bad with the lower humidity. Then tonight, mostly clear down to 70, low 60s in most suburbs. Tomorrow, some sun giving way to clouds, but not too humid. We're up to 85. Pretty nice day to round out July. And then we'll see a couple of showers tomorrow night into Monday morning. Probably drying out a little bit Monday afternoon, but it will be more humid. The high Monday 81. The high steamy Tuesday afternoon, thunderstorm up to 90. And still very warm Wednesday, although the humidity comes down high in the upper 80s. Right now in Central Park, 86 with sunshine, going down to 70 tonight in Midtown. AccuWeather meteorologist John Ferry on New York's weather station, 1010.
News time, 5:13 coming up. The possibility of another vote Monday in Congress on a bill that Republicans rejected that might provide help to millions of veterans.
Home title theft. It's on the rise, and it's devastating if it happens to you. Listen to the alarming words of an actual home title thief.
I don't need to know your date of birth and social security number. All I have to do is go to public records, create a document, and file that document, and then I can borrow against the house or sell the house. You may have no clue until you find out that your house has been sold or till several loans or several banks are foreclosing on you.
For pennies a day, Home Title Lock puts a virtual barrier of protection around your home's title with 24/7 monitoring. The instant they detect any tampering, you'll get an alert. And that's bad news for home title thieves.
So the problem with a company like Home Title Lock is that they can get me in the middle of the crime, and that's your worst fear.
Are you already a victim? Find out today with your free title scan and complete title report. $100 value, free with sign-up. Just go to HomeTitleLock.com. That's HomeTitleLock.com. HomeTitleLock.com.
Need arch support, but orthotics make your shoes too tight? You need Copper Fit Arch Relief Plus, the adjustable compression band with built-in orthotics that form-fits to your feet and not your shoes.
Dress shoes, tennis shoes, loafers, sandals, doesn't matter what you're wearing. Just fits your foot fits your shoes. That's it.
Ultra-low profile Arch Relief Plus fits easily into any shoe, but it keeps supporting your arches even without your shoes.
I wear them around the house, I wear them in my sandals, in my bare feet. It's been amazing.
For plantar fasciitis, fallen arches, flat feet, and just tired, achy feet, Arch Relief Plus helps support and relieve foot aches and pains with or without shoes. Copper Fit Arch Relief Plus, guaranteed or your money back. Order Arch Relief Plus, the adjustable compression band with a built-in orthotic today for just $19.99, and the shipping is free. Order yours now at ArchReliefPlus.com. That's ArchReliefPlus.com.
This time, 5:16, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer plans to hold another vote on amendments to the PACT Act on Monday. Republicans stalled the bill that would provide help to millions of veterans who suffered toxic exposure to burn pits during their military service. The bill previously had bipartisan support. Republican Senator Pat Toomey from Pennsylvania says holding up the legislation had nothing to do with Schumer and Senator Joe Manchin's announcement about a climate tax and prescription drug package that surprised many Republicans. Republican Senator Toomey says the delay is all about making sure the bill is properly funded. His critics dispute that motion. Pope Francis is hinting that his days as the head of the Catholic Church could be numbered. He just wrapped up a week-long trip to Canada.
On his return flight to Rome, Pope Francis not ruling out the possibility of him resigning at some point, as he says travel has become difficult. Heard here in Italian, Francis said, quote, "It is not a catastrophe. A pope can be changed. There is no problem." The 85-year-old Francis suffers from knee problems and was seen in a wheelchair during his trip to apologize for decades of abusive treatment against Canada's Indigenous people at schools run by the Catholic Church. Mark Remillard, ABC News.
Rolling Stone is running a story about whose private jets are the worst offenders when it comes to the environment. The sustainability marketing firm Yard put together a new report using public data that ranks the celebrities whose private jets have flown the most so far this year and subsequently dumped the most carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. And number one by far is Taylor Swift. Her jet flew 170 times this year and spewed an estimated 8,400 tons.